Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. Welcome back. In part 2, we're making Georgian Khinkali at home. I'll walk you through the dough, the filling, shaping, and cooking so you can enjoy these delicious soup dumplings yourself. Khinkali versus pelmeni. Pelmeni are smaller, with thinner dough and less liquid inside. They're often served with sour cream or butter, and you can eat a lot quickly. Khinkali are slower, hotter, and more like a main dish. Khinkali versus mandu. Mandu come in many styles, steamed, fried, or boiled, and often use dipping sauces. Khinkali are usually boiled and seasoned so you don't need much else besides pepper. Because of their size and richness, Khinkali are often ordered by the piece and eaten as the center of the meal, not a side. How to eat Khinkali the Georgian way, without spilling the soup. Khinkali come with a built-in challenge. The broth is hot and it wants to escape. The good news is there's a simple method that works almost every time. First, be patient. Fresh Khinkali often arrive steaming, and the liquid inside can burn your mouth fast. Give them a minute or two. Think of them like a hot coffee with a lid. The danger is inside, not on the surface. In many Georgian restaurants, forks are not the main tool for Khinkali. Some places will still give you one, but the classic approach is hands only. It isn't about rules, it's about control. Holding the dumpling by the knot keeps the bottom intact, which keeps the broth where it belongs. Common mistakes to avoid. Cutting Khinkali open like a pie, which causes the broth to spill fast. Biting straight through the middle on the first bite, which does the same. Squeezing the dumpling too hard, which can make it burst. Step by step, bite, sip the broth, then finish the dumpling. Let them cool briefly so the broth won't burn you. Pick one up by the top knot like a handle. Take a small bite on the side to make a little opening. Sip the broth from the opening and go slow. Eat the rest in bites, working your way around the dumpling. Many people add a sprinkle of black pepper on top. It's simple, and it fits the flavor. About the knot. It's thicker and can be chewy. A lot of people leave it on the plate. It's also fine to eat it if you like the texture or if you hate wasting food. What to serve with Khinkali: pepper, simple salads, and drinks that pair well. Khinkali don't need heavy sides. Keep it fresh and clean so the dumplings stay the star. Good pairings that are easy to find in the US. Tomato and cucumber salad with a little salt and vinegar. Pickles or quick pickled onions. Fresh herbs on the side like parsley, dill, or cilantro if you like it. A light soup or broth-based starter if you want something warm. For drinks, go simple. Georgian beer if you see it, sparkling mineral water, a dry white wine, or a light red that doesn't taste jammy. How to make Georgian Khinkali at home, easy plan for first-timers. Making Khinkali at home is part cooking, part hand skill. Your first batch won't look perfect, and that's normal. Think of it like learning to tie a good knot. Your hands get better fast. The basic roadmap looks like this. Mix dough, rest it, mix filling, roll and fill, pleat and seal, then boil gently. The goal is simple. A strong wrapper and a tight seal so you keep the broth inside. If you don't want to cook, you still have options. Many cities have Georgian restaurants, and some Eastern European grocery stores carry frozen Khinkali. Frozen can be very good when boiled correctly. Just avoid thawing first. Boil straight from frozen so they don't get sticky and weak. And that's how you make and enjoy Khinkali at home. Give it a try, and let me know how your dumplings turned out. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe.